What's going on, Red? How we doing? Gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, I see that happen far too often. You gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. All right. Let's just get right into it. Starting a little bit early, but it's fine. Got plenty of stuff to go through. So, as you can see here, what's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. Today we have 5 booster boxes of Gem Pack Volume 5. If you saw the last Pokemon stream we did, we covered down on some more Gem Pack Volume 4. And then I kind of showed you that we had these in the wing as well. So 90 packs in total, and yes, there are only 4 cards in each pack, but it should make for a pretty fun stream. This is the latest and greatest set. I know Gem Pack Volume 6 is shortly coming out, so I'm trying to get some of that ordered as well, but I'm very interested to see how this is going to lay out. The only thing I know about this set, it's very similar to Gem Pack Volume 1, to where you're going to have, instead of the starters, instead of having the starters, you're going to have the second forms. And then I'm assuming at some point they'll do a Gem Pack volume that's going to have all the final forms. So, but let's get into it. We'll just do them one at a time. We won't do anything too crazy today. We will shuffle some stuff around. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. I kind of enjoyed all the streams I did this week. You know, Friday was awesome. Saturday, the very rare Saturday streams, that turned out really well. And then, you know, hopefully this one will be just as fun. I'm not going to mess with the jumbo binder today. Hey, what's going on, Nugget? How we doing? I'm not going to mess with the jumbo binder like I fumbled last time and did. I'm just going to sort all this stuff after the fact, and then maybe I'll do like a YouTube short that shows the jumbo binder in all of its glory. But yeah, it was just a bit too chaotic trying to do that last time at the end of the stream. So yeah, just not going to do it this time. Let's save you guys the headache. But here we go. Gem Pack Volume 5. Again, I don't know, outside of the assumption I'm making with, you know, the reintroducing of the starter, or the the second forms rather. I don't really know what else we have to look forward to in this. I don't look at any of the set lists or anything ahead of time, so should be interesting. But let's take a look and see what we have here. All right, so starting off with I think I'm doing leg day because, oh, okay, that's pretty impressive. That's not too bad. You know, any kind of progress is better than nothing, so just don't overdo it, obviously. All right, so starting off with Quaxly's second form, which I never remember this name. Same thing, right? You have all these really, really cool reverse hollow patterns. So we start off with a Pokeball one. All right. Then we have Wattrel in the lightning or the energy reverse. Nice. We have the geometric shape reverse making a return with Spheal. I really like that one. And nice, Master Ball. All right, cool. Again, I don't know how many cards are in this set, so I'm probably just going to stack them on the different reverse hollow variants. and we'll kind of go from there. So let's see, this would be number 5, 4, 1, and 2. It's weird that they have in that order. So this would be the first card for any of the Pokemon. This would be the second. 3, 4. All right, we'll just space these out just a little bit. Oh yeah, that's got to be a little bit interesting, especially to try and work out. And yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I don't think I've ever heard someone say that. So yeah, that's got to make things a little more difficult for sure. All right, so we have Wattrel again. So this is the second card, 26, by the way. So yeah, my original idea of laying out all the different Pokemon, that's not going to happen. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it that many Pokemon. Maybe it's similar to the last set where there's that many. Again, I don't really know ahead of time, but we'll take a look. Funny enough, seeing Applin though, because Gem Pack Volume 6 is actually featuring Applin, and there's an exclusive Applin card that you can only get from that simplified Chinese set, which I like that they're doing that. Very cool dragon energy there, even though it's an apple. But anyway, so that will go here. Geometric Shape reverse with was that Sunkern? I think that's what it is. And ooh, all right, so we have our first 2-star or our double rare. Let's see what it is. Oh, nice. All right, cool. So we have the stamps making a return as well. So that's the 6th card. I'm probably just gonna slide these off just a little bit. Sunflora, gotcha. Thank you. 2. 3 goes here, 4, 5, and then 6. Can we still see 6 on the end there? Just trying to make these piles a little more organized. Slide these off just a little bit more. Sorry, if I can get the system set up now, it's less I have to mess with later. All right, so there we go. All right, cool. That'll work. All right, and we move on. Again, we got a lot of packs to get through, but again, this is first experience with this, so I don't want to roll through it too fast. You know, I love seeing this Pokemon, even though it's not one of my favorites, but the art style of this Pokemon always reminds me of One Punch Man. Like, this just looks like one of the creatures that Saitama just encounters and just kind of walks past. I'm like, yeah, see you later. Ooh, Houndoom. That actually looks really, really sick with that reverse fire energy. All right. We have the Geometric Shapes again. And Master Ball. All right, nice. Very, very cool. Again, it is on. I mean, Master Balls are awesome, but they're not like overly rare. So I mean, it's a cool design, but ooh, okay. Got good old Cerulege in that Pokeball reverse. Does anyone know the name of this second form? I know it's Quaxley, but I don't remember this one. I feel like it just kind of like it's one of those Pokemon that has like a repeating name. I don't know. Ooh, nice. Okay. Quaxmire? Is that right? I don't know. I don't think that sounds right. But we do have the Growlithe. This is the Hisuian Growlithe. If you guys remember from oh my god, it's the Legends, Pokemon Legends. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I like that. I always like the star patterns on this. And the star pattern's the 3rd card, so that's good to see there. And then Master Ball again. So those are all the different forms, I'm assuming. And then whatever like higher end cards. How is he doing? Absolutely, I agree. So we have Energy Reverses, Pokeball Reverses, Star Reverse, Geometric Shape Reverse, or what I call Swirl Reverse, Master Ball, and then Stamp. So I'm assuming the only other thing outside of that would be whatever the high-end cards are, but again, we're gonna find out. Got 5 booster boxes. Hopefully we can see some nice hits here. Here we go. Starting off with Pokeball Reverse, Quaxwell. Again, I just don't really know. Like, and I know I should because I've seen it a million times, but it's just not. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank here. Same thing with this one. Like, I just don't remember the second forms, unfortunately. Which is sad because, like, one of my favorite Pokemon is a second form in War Turtle. But, I don't know. Maybe it is just because I don't really keep up with, like, Sword and Shield stuff as much as I should. Or Scarlet Violet. Yeah. Alright. Ooh. That looks really, really nice. So here's the other one too, right? Is this Latios or Latias? I know one is the male and one's the female version. I want to say this is Latios. And then the red version should be Latias. All right. Another Master Ball. Ooh, nice. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Latios. Yeah. That makes sense. And then we get another. We're going to see a whole bunch of these, by the way. So, Quaquaval. Yeah, I think that sounds right. That's where it turns into like the dancer, which is a very weird transition going from what Quaxley is to that, but I didn't design the Pokemon, so it is what it is. All right. Let's see what we got here. Pokeball reverse. Ooh, I like that steel energy reverse there with Skarmory. Star reverse with Houndoom. Ooh, and another stamp. Let's see which one we got on this one. Ooh, nice. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that artwork for Fanfy, but I like it. Very, very cool. Oh, yeah. I can only imagine when they sit down, like, especially with Gen 10, you know, coming out supposedly around this time next year. It's going to be interesting to see all the new Pokemon names and, like, how they just sit down and figure that out. Yeah, same. Yeah, Litten literally turns into a WWE / like MMA fighter. So, yeah, it's weird to see those final forms. All right, so we got Tetsuguri as the Pokeball reverse. We got the Energy reverse. Nice. Got the Swirl Pattern reverse and Master Ball. Ooh, nice. Magneton. That's pretty cool. All right. Good old... It's literally sushi, yeah. All right. Pokeball reverse. Energy reverse. Star Pattern. I think Star Pattern is one of my favorites. It just... There's so many stars on there, but it looks really, really good, at least to me. And Master Ball. Ooh, nice. Braviary. That's pretty cool. I really like that artwork, too. No, you're not making any progress there? I saw you were posting some stuff on the Discord. All right. Pokeball reverse. Nice. We got that fighting energy. Magneton with Swirl. And Master Ball. What was that? Chimecho? Chimecho, I think. It's a lot of cards, but I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, if you're in no rush, you can definitely make progress over time on that. So, all right. Ooh, that one's pretty cool. It's another butterfly type Pokemon. Braviary in the Swirl. Ooh, another stamp. All right, cool. Let's see which one we got. Nice. And again, I'm pretty sure that's Chimecho, right? I'm going to butcher a lot of these names, obviously, but nice to see the stamp and those double rares. And if you didn't see it earlier, it's got all the different rarities and the chance to pull those rarities. So same thing with, it looks like the previous set. Your triple rares are going to be that 1.81% chance to pull. So hopefully we can see at least 5 today, right? Because that would be 1 per box. I know sometimes we've had none per box. And other times we've had like 2 or 3 per box. So, but yeah, either way, it's cool to kind of open up something new, and then again get to add all this stuff into the jumbo binder a little bit later. All right, Swirl reverse and Good old Master Ball. Ooh, nice. You got good old Raboot. See, somehow I know this one, though. Like, you have Score Bunny and Raboot. Maybe just because, like, I've had a bunch of this one's cards before, so maybe that's why. That one's to Titan. Can't remember this one. And Master Ball, nice. Good old Wattrel. And the only reason why I remember this name is its evolved form is Kilowattrel, so it kind of makes sense. All right. So Pokeball reverse, Fire Energy reverse, Star Pattern. Yeah, I know, right? Over 1,000. It is kind of wild, especially with this next gen coming up. I'm curious if they're going to break that 1,100. Like, if they're going to add that many new Pokemon. I mean, I assume so, right? It's a new gen. You would hope that they would add, you know, at least 75, right? Because I think they're at 1050 or 1025 right now. But yeah, if you don't add at least 100 new Pokemon in a new gen, that's kind of worrisome. All right, Star Pattern reverse and another Master Ball. Very, very cool. Yeah, same thing with this one. Like, I don't know the second form of Sprigatito. That's another one, too, that has a really weird final form. Another upright cat. A lot of people don't like when the creatures that, you know, walk on all fours end up walking on twos. All right. Right. All right. Star Pattern into Master Ball. Ooh, the Houndoom. I really like this Houndoom artwork. It's probably one of my favorite ones I've seen so far, at least in terms of like cards from this set. All right. Ooh, Chansey. I think it's the first time I've seen Chansey today in the Pokeball reverse, just hanging out in the field. You know, it's so funny. I just instinctually picture Chanseys in Pokemon centers, so it's weird to see them just hanging out. Spheal in the Energy reverse. Skarmory in Star reverse. Ooh! Okay, nice. First triple rare. Ooh. I'm excited for this for sure. Crocolore. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, first triple rare. So, like usual, do you guys want to wait and see what this is? We only have, I don't know, 3 more packs to go in this box. You want me to just open up the last 3 and then come back to this? Or do you guys want to see it now? Let me know. I'll take a nice little drink. And, yeah, just let me know. Nugget says save it, so we'll save it. So, carefully move this over to the side here. Let's keep rolling. Ooh, first time seeing was his Vibrava or Vibrava. I've spoken nice. All right, Psychic reverse. Ooh, that actually looks really, really good. You get Joltik with the Star Pattern. Ooh, nice. And we get a stamp. All right, cool. Let's see. I know exactly which one it is. So we have the stamp as well. As soon as I saw the number on the bottom, I'm like, okay, we're getting the Joltik. But that's pretty cool. Star into stamp. Very nice. All right. One more pack after this one, and then we'll see what the triple rare was. All right, so Pokeball reverse. Fighting Energy reverse. Swirl Pattern. And Master Ball. Very, very cool. I like that. All right. Oh, see, this is what happens. I'm going to mix this stuff up, even though I'm trying to be so organized. All right. Last pack from the first box. Not too bad. We're going at a pretty good pace here. We do have 4 more boxes to go. All right. Let me close this one. I'm going to set this here for a second. Let me close it off. I always keep the packs at least for the first box I open up, and then all the other ones I'll just trash because I need to save room for all the bulk because it's gonna be a lot of bulk. All right, let's see what we got here. Starting off with Growlithe, Joltik, Applin, and Master Ball to end this one. Nice, there we go. Another 2-piece, very nice. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to be excited about that. All right, let's see what this triple rare is. First one, and again, hopefully we get at least one per box. I'd be okay with that. But with how many cards are in this, and again, I don't know what the layout is, there could be a lot of these triple rares that I have to get, kind of like Gem Pack Volume 4. But here we go. Let's take a look and see which one it is in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Okay. Very, very cool. Fanfy. All right, nice. So I'm assuming this is similar to this is similar to the last gem pack. So it looks like, and again, just from initial assumption here, obviously I'll look at the set list after. It looks like, and I may be able to lay this out the same way I just did the last one. Our hits are going to be all the art rares, and then you're going to have your double rares as the stamps. So if you guys remember how I had Gem Pack Volume 4 laid out, once we got past, you know, the 4 or 5 across for all of the main Pokemon, then I would do stamp, and so kind of like this, right? I would have the stamp and then the art rare right under it. So if that's the case, then at least I have a pattern in mind for this next bit in the XL binder, which is kind of crazy that I'm really filling up the XL binder. I never thought I would, but not too bad. I really like this. It's cool because it's in between 2 Don fans. You get a little bit of the sun in the background, just walking in through the Sahara. So, or the, not the Sahara, that's a desert, sorry. The Savannah, there we go. Anyway, very, very cool. It's our first triple rare. Let's get right into it. Keep rolling. Box number 2. Red says, I love my Applins in 2 pieces. That's crazy. It's also funny how many different, like, forms and stuff Applin gets. I mean, you literally get to a point where you get a Hydra apple / worm combo. Yeah, it's amazing. All right. Come on. Yeah, see, for some reason, this happens all the time with these, right? Like, sometimes they just miss the glue or it doesn't hold when they do these. So, I mean, luckily there's no damage or anything, but I see this more often, especially with how many of these Chinese booster boxes I open. Definitely see that a lot more frequent. All right, let's go here, here, then here. All right. Box number 2. Oh no, for sure. Yeah, we're on a point where, I mean, unless someone comes up with like a massive vintage collection they weren't aware of, and it kind of like fills the pool a little bit. Yeah, vintage is going to keep climbing for sure. And it's unfortunate because there's a point in time where I got back from one of my deployments, and I had a chance to buy Fossil booster box, Jungle booster box, and a Team Rocket booster box. I won't say how much it was for all 3, but yeah, it was something I could have afforded. I could have afforded to get at the time. And then I was just like, I want to save some of that money. And then, yeah, now they're all ridiculously expensive. So it's all good. All right. Star pattern and get right into the Master Ball. Very nice. But again, it's one of those things. I mean, I don't think people could have looked back or like looked to the future and be like, hey, Pokemon's going to be absolutely insane right now, when even with modern packs, everything's going to be crazy expensive. And I don't think anyone could have seen that. So, but it's all right. I think I got back into collecting at just the perfect time. And I'm definitely happy with how my collection's looking right now. So no complaints from me. I did kind of skip most of this current gen, right? So all the Mega Evolution stuff outside of a few outliers. I'm just really looking forward to the 30th anniversary, obviously, but then next gen as well. I think Gen 10 for the TCG has a possibility of being very, very huge, and kind of needs to be. But also, you know, we have a chance of like a possibility for a good reset. Yeah, and that's the thing too, right? And that's part of it. If the Pokemon Company keeps reprinting and like really reprinting a lot of the modern sets, it's going to be able to combat that the scalper environment. Also, with places like Target, which I don't really give corporations a lot of credit, but you know, Target like taking all the plastic off of all the sealed products, so like it just prevents scalpers, or you know, makes them a little more hesitant to try to go in. Plus, they have, you know, they have limits, so you can only get so many per customer. I mean, unlike Sam's Club and Costco, which that's still a huge problem. It's supposed to be like, you know, limit 2 per account. And then there's idiots that can go in there and they're like, oh, I have 30 accounts. And they don't care because there's like, whatever, that's more business for us. But that's one of the things that, in terms of like current scalping, that's what drives me nuts the most. Which, again, that can be very easy to fix, right? The Pokemon Company can just come out and say, hey, look, you have to do this a certain way, or we're not going to, you know, we're not going to carry, or we're not going to have this partnership with you. And then you're talking about losing millions almost overnight. Yeah, no, I think all aspects of scalping is bad. Ooh, there we go. First time seeing good old Captain Pikachu. Very nice. Because again, like, it's just one of those things. If you're just gonna, you know, collect and keep stuff off to the side, great. Buy stuff online. If that's what you want to do and that's your sole objective, buy stuff online. But to go to a retail store and try to buy them out of everything they have, and then knowing, and I've seen it, and it's on Instagram, it's all over, you know, X and everything. There's people that will take pictures of the product in their car, so you know they didn't even get home and try to fancy it up and, you know, put on a play mat or put on display. They literally just take pictures in the car and then try and upcharge you a ridiculous amount for brand new sets. So yeah, scalping is pretty messed up for sure. Yeah. All right, Chansey in the Swirl and Chimecho. I'm pretty sure this is Chimecho. I keep saying that, but I feel like that's the right name, so I'm going to stick with that. All right. I forgot that Captain Pikachu was in this. I mean, it makes sense, especially because Gem Pack Volume 1 had all the starters and Captain Pikachu, so it's definitely fitting to bring that back. So that, you know, could potentially mean there's a very nice Captain Pikachu art rare in here, which would be awesome. Oh, for sure, yeah. Well, especially if it's like Gem Pack Volume 1 and they have all the second forms of those exclusive artworks you're going to get here. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how the rest of this opening goes, and then obviously I'll have to get some more. Well, and that's the thing too, right? Like myself, I have a lot of stuff that I'm sitting on, but it's not something I'm trying to sell absolutely right now. Now, granted, there are some things that like I wouldn't mind parting ways with. Like pretty much everything that I would part ways with now, I've made my money back, and then obviously a lot more. So, ooh, another triple rare. But it's one of those things, like, I'm playing the long game here, so would I part ways with some stuff? For sure. That will allow me to get in some new stuff or some other items that I want to get. But also, I'm in no rush. Like, if circumstances change and I need to get rid of everything in a very short amount of time, I know plenty of people that would buy me out almost immediately. So that's not the issue for me. It's just one of those things where, like, I enjoy collecting. I like having a good collection of vintage and modern stuff. But there's going to be some things that I won't collect, and there's some other things I'll go out of my way to try to track down. I mean, especially when it comes to, like, the web series stuff, and I've talked about this a whole lot. I think the Japanese web series, I'm just going to put this aside. The Japanese web series is so exclusive, and it's such a, I want to say, like, a forgotten little subset, that's the reason why I want to collect it, right? And I have majority of this set. I think I have 40 or 41 of the 48 cards. But all the ones I need now are all the ones that are crazy expensive. But I'll gladly go out of my way to track those cards down, or to maybe trade towards them, or do like a, you know, half cash, half trade kind of thing. because it's something I really like, and I like all the artwork. But again, to each their own, right? Oh, this? Yeah, sure. So yeah, this is the first triple rare we pulled. Again, these are technically art rares, but they're the highest rarity in this set, so you have the triple rarity on the bottom, or triple star rarity on the bottom. All right. But yeah, I'm assuming they're following suit with how Gem Pack Volume 4 was, so in theory, your big hits are going to be your stamped cards, because those are double rares, and then your art rares are going to be the triples. So yeah, hoping to see if there are exclusives like they did with Gem Pack Volume 1. Hopefully we can see some of those. All right, Energy Reverse, Pokeball Reverse, we get the Swirl Reverse. Ooh, nice. There's another double rare, so we get a stamp. Nice, there we go. Very, very cool. Get the good old stamped Growlithe there. Not too many. If you look at the piles, right, the stamps seem to be some of the rare cards so far. Yeah, I was going to say, I had a feeling that once we start seeing some Growlithes, especially with how these gem packs work, you were going to be very excited about this. So, all right, Swirl. Ooh, nice. And another stamped card back-to-back. Let's see which one it is. Ooh, nice. Cerulege. Very, very cool. And I mentioned this before, right? If they ever do, like, Tag Team or something like that again, I want to see Armorage and Cerulege. I want to see Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Nidoking, Nidoqueen. Like, even if they call it, like, Tag Team EX, right? Like, sure, it doesn't have to be GX, obviously. But, like, I think the idea behind tag teams could work. But they'd have to do some really awesome combos. I feel like some of the tag teams that they did initially, at least in my personal opinion, were just, it didn't make sense. Like you had Piplup and Blastoise. Like that's, I don't know. It's weird to me. Maybe I'm the oddball there, but I'd like to see some other tag team combos that make sense. All right, Swirl Reverse and Master Ball here. Nice, there we go. Very, very nice. Another Growlithe. Nugget, do you like the evolved form of that Growlithe, the Hisuian Arcanine? Especially because it does look a lot different. Good, good, I'm glad. But yeah, I know that Arcanine looks very, very different than the traditional Arcanine, so I was just kind of curious. Let's see. Got a slab that is last com 25, but it's C dot CGC 10. Okay, nice. If I do trade, should I trade up for vintage slabs? It really, anytime you're going to do any of that stuff, right? It really comes down to what you're interested in. If you're looking for something specific and it kind of has a similar value, try to track that down that way. And that's how I would look at it, right? Just look at it at its overall value, right? Not its value to you, not sentimental value, because people get in the weeds about that and then you get in arguments. But like, let's say you have one slab that's $50 and the card you're looking for in that same grade is $50 as well. You know, if you could find someone that, you know, is a reasonable human being and understands the value in that still, you know, you could probably make a deal. Gotcha. No, that makes sense. I was just curious. Did they do, and now you're probably going to look this up as soon as I say it, but I'm assuming there's a shiny version of that Arcanine. I'm curious what that looks like. It probably looks crazy. All right. Pokeball Reverse, Star Pattern Reverse, and a Master Ball in the end. Let me look at this because I feel like I'm mixing some of these in. No? Okay. Nope. Keeping a good track record. We are good. There's a few packs left in this box, and then we're going to show off the triple rare, and then we're going to get into box number 3. I knew it was going to pick up the pace a little bit, so Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that one was pretty sick. All right, and Master Ball Braviary. So it looks like the two least common out of all these so far is Star and Stamped. Obviously, I think 5 boxes gives us a pretty good sample size, but usually the stamped ones are, obviously, they're double rare, so it's a little bit harder to pull. But I always like seeing, and that's the reason why I stack these up this way. Is Japanese 151 going out? Do the... Wait. Red, say that one more time. Are you asking if they're going to reprint Japanese 151? Or are you talking about, like, overall value? I mean, the Japanese sets, very rarely do they, like, reprint them, especially, you know, a few years later. So, yeah, anything sealed Japanese is always going to go up in price. But sealed 151 in Japanese, if you look at the booster boxes, they're very, very expensive. So, yeah, they definitely go up in value, especially with it being the 151 set. But even the cards, right? Like, the cards are going up in price all the time. He's yellow instead of red? Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up. That's pretty crazy. I can only imagine how wild that looks. All right, Energy Reverse. Pokeball Reverse. Swirl Reverse. And, ooh, nice. Another stamp. Let's see which one it is. Nice. Applin. Okay, cool. Glad to see we're still getting more and more of these stamps. All right, let's see. Fire Reverse. Pokeball Reverse. Fanfy. Haven't seen much of Fanfy besides the one stamp. And obviously the art rare. Swirl. Ooh. Nice. Okay. So, 2 triple rares in this box. That's very, very exciting. I'm going to go ahead and slide this over. Put that to the side. So again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's not set in stone. It's not like Japanese products where you're guaranteed to get. It really just comes down to these rarities, right? So that's awesome that you can have some boxes that I would say are stacked like this one. Mega Venusaur EX. Gotcha. Yeah, and that happens, unfortunately. I feel like Japanese card quality is a lot better than English. And also keep in mind that the same factories that do the Japanese cards also do the simplified Chinese. And then they print them, package them, and they send them over to mainland China and everywhere else. But yeah, so in terms of card quality, Japanese and Chinese are always going to be better than English until the English side of the house realizes that, hey, like, we need to take better care of these because people actually care about them. Okay, rambled through that last pack, but the more exciting thing is we have 2 triple rares here. I'm just going to do this and stack them on top of each other. So here we go. 2 triple rares from one box. This is what I want to see more of, right? So let's see what we got in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, Chimeco. Okay, nice. I like that. It's up there with all the other wind chimes. That's actually pretty sick. I like that. I have seen this artwork before, so it's not a brand new or exclusive artwork, but very, very nice. All right, Sfeel, what do you got hiding behind you? 3, 2, 1. Ooh, Braviary. Okay, nice. Yep, so this is exactly like they did with Gem Pack Volume 4. So all of every Pokemon is going to have a stamp, and they're going to have the art rare. So very, very nice. Yeah. Definitely a fan of this artwork. But that also means, I mean, unless we continue getting lucky with these booster boxes, I know, what was it, 27, maybe 28 cards in total, or 28 unique cards in total. Oh, that would be huge. Oh yeah, for sure. You know it's in here, right? So like, yeah, that's gonna be awesome. But there we go, 3 art rares so far. Can't complain about that. Let's get into box number 3. Just keep on rolling. It's so funny, even with all the packs that we have, like, we kind of go through this quick because, again, it's only 4 cards per pack, right? Imagine if I had 90 packs of a Japanese set. Oh man, that'd be amazing. I haven't done that in a long, long time. Even though there is one Japanese set that I'm currently sitting on that I have over 100 packs of, but yeah, not touching those anytime soon. I know it seems kind of wild, but just there's a reason behind why I'm holding them. Especially when I was getting them for like $2 a pack for the longest time, $2 or $3 a pack. So, all right, let's do this and then here. All right, box number 3. Hopefully you're all enjoying this. Here comes the shameless plug. If you are, make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you are subscribed, I truly appreciate all the support, and I appreciate everyone coming through, whether you're here for 5 minutes or the entire stream. Check us out on Instagram. We got stuff going there. Not as active as I used to be, but I'm still there. And then obviously in the Discord, that's where I hang out. I'm technically in the Discord right now. I was streaming in Discord. I usually just do it that way, right? So if any of the friends want to come by, I was just streaming some Final Fantasy stuff earlier. Even though I know I should probably do some actual streaming on either Twitch or YouTube, but yeah, just haven't got around to that just yet. But yeah, check out all the platforms. Check out the community page and the main page and all that stuff. All right, on to the next box here. Hopefully we can keep up some good luck. I would love to see some more of these art rares. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get more of these, especially while they're still fairly cheap. That's the other thing I always promote with these the Chinese booster boxes, especially simplified. Now keep in mind, there is traditional Chinese and simplified. The easiest way I always look at it is if it's like these gem packs like this, it's going to be simplified. Plus, if you look at, let's see. So the naming convention, right? So CB, CBB. Most of the time, that's going to be your simplified packs. And then the traditional traditional Chinese packs usually maintain the same kind of like current sets. So just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, a lot of the, nice, got a stamp. Nice, very, very nice. A lot of these simplified Chinese packs are way cheaper than English and Japanese. So if you just like the artwork or you like the unique set designs, right, or the exclusive cards, simplified Chinese would definitely be the way to go. All right, Pokeball Reverse. Captain Pikachu, haven't seen much of that. I would love to see the art rare for Captain Pikachu. That would be sick. I pulled 3 of them with Gem Pack Volume 1, which is absolutely insane. All right, Star Reverse and Master Ball. Still looks like, so it still looks like Stamped and Star are the least pulled so far. That rhymed. I had no intention of doing that. All right. Magneton. Energy Reverse. Magneton again. Ooh, I wonder what Magneton art rare they have in here. Star Pattern. What's up? All right. Good old Sushi Fish. Glove from Glove World. It's a good old SpongeBob reference. Star Pattern. And Master Ball. All right. Butterfly in the Pokeball. What you laughing at? What you got? Glove World? I know. That's exactly what it looks like. I don't remember its name, so that was the first thing that came to mind. Swirl and Master Ball. That was a really good episode. I want to go back and rewatch a lot of like the OG SpongeBob stuff. Not saying that like the more recent stuff wasn't good. It's just the OG stuff was just, I mean, it's OG, obviously. All right. Swirl Pattern. Ooh, nice. Got another stamp. Let's see which one it is. Nice. Captain Pikachu. There we go. Maybe it's a sign. We're pulling more and more of the Captain Pikachu, so I would love to see the stamped Captain Pikachu. That'd be sick. I mean, that is the stamp. I'm sorry. I'd love to see the art rare. But yeah, especially with how awesome Gem Pack Volume 1 was and all the exclusive cards there. And every Gem Pack that's come out so far has an exclusive Pokemon, which is kind of sick. Same thing like Gem Pack Volume 4 has the Ponyta. Gem Pack Volume 6 is going to have the Applin. So it's cool that they have those exclusives. All right, good old Latios. Pokeball reverse. Energy reverse. Swirl pattern. And it's so funny, like, the only reason why I called it geometric shape is if you look at anyone that's graded these, whether it's CGC, who I work for, by the way, or PSA or anyone else, this pattern just is literally labeled geometric shape. I call it swirl because when you move your hand like this, it swirls and it looks like there's actual circles in there, but that's just me. Ooh, nice. Another stamp. Let's see which one it is. Nice. Horsey. All right, cool. I like the colors in that one. Nice, bright, and vibrant. The other thing I like about these double rares is... Actually, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to sidetrack myself just shortly. Doesn't look like we've gotten... Yeah, no doubles. So, hopefully we can keep that going. Get as many of these as we can. Especially out of 5 booster boxes. Like, we should get majority of the stamps, hopefully. Inevitably, we'll start pulling some repeats, but I'm not going to complain. Starting off with Growlithe. Energy reverse. Braviary in the star pattern. Ooh, another triple rare. Oh my goodness, let's go. All right, down and off to the side. I'm going to put you right. Let me slide all these down. I'm going to put it over here. Have all these on display here. So that is our 4th triple rare already. I'm really hoping at the rate we're going now, we'll have more than the amount of booster boxes I have. I think that would be awesome. All right. Pokeball reverse. Energy reverse. Another Captain Pikachu. Swirl pattern reverse on this one. And Horsey again in the Master Ball. All right. Pokeball reverse. Energy. Swirl. Oh my god, let's go. Another triple rare. So that's, what, 2 in this box? Oh man, I cannot wait. That is so sick. So there we go. Another box with 2. So there we go. So there's 5 already. And we still have 2 more boxes to go. So absolutely insane. All right. Keep rolling. Can we pull a 3rd one? All right, no, that's just being greedy. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself. That's a bit too greedy. I'll gladly take 2 in one box. All right. Let's see what we got here. Pokeball reverse. Energy. Star. I was going to freak out if it was another art rare. All right. Just a couple more packs in this box. Then we're going to look at our 2 triple rares. Super excited. All right. So we got Glove World. The, what is that? Day of the Dead Crocodile. We get the Metal Bird. And I've got to think of something funny with this one, right? Especially because I know that that Nugget really enjoys Growlithe. It's just a shaggy dog. I mean, that's really what it is, right? Like, and I love seeing those dogs that just like this, right? Where like the mane literally covers their face. So it's like, how do they know where they're going? there's so many different dog breeds that have that, right? Where, and again, not a dog person. I don't have a pet of my own, but I just see that a lot. Like a lot of people's dogs, you get those big, shaggy dogs that they have all their hair in front of their face. It's hilarious. All right. On to the next. All right. Pokeball reverse. Energy reverse. I want to see the Houndoom also. That would be one of my other ones I really want to see. All right. Swirl. And Applin in the Master Ball. All right. 2 more after this one. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, Pokeball. Energy. Star Pattern. Ooh, nice. Another stamp. Okay, I'll take that. Nice. There we go. Very, very cool. I like seeing these stamps. Need to get more and more of them. If we can pull all, what, 27 or 28 stamps out of this, that would be amazing. Because then I have that knocked out, and then obviously the big push would be just to get all the art rares. Which, again, we got 2 in this box so far. I don't think there's a box that has 3 of them. Like, unless it's just someone that just doesn't enjoy their job. I'm like, I just throw 3 in there. Who cares? All right. I was going to say, that would have been the time to pull it. All right. Nice. Magneton. Very, very cool. I really like that artwork on Magneton. I feel like it's very slept on Gen 1 Pokemon. All right. Last pack from this box. Let's see what we can get here. And then again, we have 2 art rares or triple rares to look at. Pokeball reverse. Watchroll in the energy reverse. Latios in the star pattern reverse. And Chansey hanging out in the field as the Master Ball. All right. So let's take a look. Let's go here, then here. Okay. 2 more triple rares. This is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. This is why I like opening up these gem packs. They're so much fun. And they're really, really affordable, honestly. Like, obviously, don't go overboard like I'm doing and get a whole bunch. But even if you got like 1 or 2, it's way cheaper than an English or Japanese booster box. Just saying, right? If that's how you're looking at, you know, a budget. All right, let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Okay, I like that one. It's been a while since I've seen this artwork, but I am familiar with this art rare. Very, very nice. Set that down here. All right, so Titan, what do you got behind you? 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. All right, let's go. Good old Captain Pikachu. Man, that card looks sick. Man, that's insane. Man, that is such an awesome looking card. I got to compare it to Gem Pack Volume 1, but that's awesome. This, I mean, obviously Pikachu's always a very high-end card, right? So now what I need, and this is where I'm going to sound real greedy, and I apologize. I need 2 of them, so I can have 1 for the binder and then send 1 off to get graded. That's sick, though. I like it. I'm glad I was able to pull that. So there we go. There's one of the exclusives. Very, very nice. So look at that. 5 already, and we still have 2 more booster boxes to go. Oh, this is exciting. Man, I'm very, very excited. Let's take a quick drink break. All right. On to box number 4. I'm just going to stack these up just a little bit here. Try and keep them in order. And then, of course, good old Captain right there. That's so sick. That card looks so damn good. All right, box number 4. So we got 1 more to go after this, which is wild that we've had all this luck so far. Hopefully it continues. Either way, I'm having an absolutely amazing time. And hopefully you're enjoying it as well. All right, box number 4. Trash box is getting very, very full. All right, starting off with the energy reverse, Pokeball reverse, Glove World in the star pattern, and a Master Ball to start us off. And again, looking at the stacks, stamped, and then looks like Star is just behind Swirl, so they're very close. Obviously, all the other ones seem to be, and of course, I just got something on Instagram. Let me see if I can see it here. Okay, sorry. Slight distraction, but it's all good. We keep pushing. But yeah, so like I said, least pulled, I mean, outside of the art rares, right? Least pulled would be stamped, then star, and then swirl. Which is kind of crazy because, like, you know, other sets that have Master Balls in it are usually pretty rare. But again, it's just how this set's set up. So, all right, energy, Pokeball. I want to see this art rare also. If I could ask for one more, it's got to be the Cerulege art rare. That would be sick. That or the Growlithe, right? Either one of those would be sick. All right, got a stamp already. Let's see which one it is. Nice. Raboot stamped. There's so many good art rares though. Like, I can't just pick because the Reboot art rare, if I remember, the only one that's, you know, they've put out so far, it looks amazing. The Skarmory one looks awesome. Like, all these Pokemon have amazing art rares. So, all right, energy reverse, Pokeball, the Houndoom one. Oh, that would be so sick. All right, star pattern. I'm sorry, not star pattern. It's a star rarity, so it's just a rare. And we got the Joltik Master Ball. See, now I'm getting too excited. I'm all kinds of flustered. All right, energy reverse, Pokeball reverse, swirl, and Master Ball. Nice, good old Cerulege. It's gonna be fun sorting through all this stuff and getting everything in the binder, but it's all good. Got the whole rest of the day just hang out, go through this, get back to some gaming at some point. But yeah, I think with 5 boxes, I mean, outside of the triple rares and the stamps, we're looking really, really good for the rest of this set. So hopefully be able to fill a lot of the gaps, and then obviously just I need to get in some more. Nice, another double rare. So let's see which stamp we got this time. Nice, Magneton stamp. Okay, I don't think we've seen that one yet. And again, we'll recap at the very end. I'll probably just go through whatever the stamps are and then whatever art rares we end up with. Yeah, not too bad. All right, see what we got here. Starting off with that Fighting Energy Growlithe. Maz, how we doing? Thanks for coming by. Hopefully you're having a good weekend so far. All right, and nice. Another Master Ball. Just open up a whole bunch of these Gem Pack Volume 5 packs. Having a really good time and some really good luck so far. Nice, Captain Pikachu. Very, very nice to see that. Would definitely like to see it again. All right, Glove World. Yeah, just pulled it a few minutes ago. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, absolutely amazing card. Ooh, and another triple rare. So there we go right there. I'm going to set this down and off to the side. So 5 boxes in total. That's our 6th triple rare already, right? And it's not guaranteed, even if you look at the back of this, right? It's just a chance to get that 1.81% chance. I feel like I'm doing very, very well and being above and beyond that. So let's see if we can get some of these boxes. So the very first box only had 1, and then the last 2 boxes have had 2. So let's see if this box has 2 as well. I mean, if not, I'm not going to complain. We still got a triple rare. But yeah, very, very nice. All right. And Master Ball. Kind of rolling through this now because we've seen all the Pokemon multiple times now. We're really just looking for any of these stamped cards, right? Because obviously they're some of the least frequent, or, you know, they're rare, obviously. And then any and all of the triple rares or art rares. Another Pikachu, good old Captain Pikachu. All right, so Titan and another Master Ball, very nice. All right, let's see what we got here. Glove World. I know that's not its name, but that's just what's stuck in my head now. Wattrel in the Pokeball reverse. Glove World again in the swirl. And Chansey in the Master Ball. Very nice. I do like all the simplified Chinese, like their exclusive reverse patterns. Or not necessarily exclusive, but just unique, rather. All right. Energy reverse. Pokeball reverse. Star reverse. And Master Ball. Very nice. Kind of going back and forth with the star and swirl patterns now. It's funny because some sets I feel like the swirl was a lot more rare. But it seems fairly even so far. All right. Water energy. Pokeball reverse. Star. And another stamp. All right, nice. Let's see which one it is. Nice. Good old Spheal. That might be our first duplicate. Let's look at these real quick. So, yeah, our very first duplicate out of all those. So, again, not going to complain about that. We've had a pretty long streak without seeing one, but it's inevitable. Hopefully we don't get too many more duplicates. I'd like to get as many of these stamped reverses as possible. Because, again, they're the double rares, right? So, you want to get as many of those and the triple rares as possible. All right. Energy, Pokeball, Star, and Master Ball. All right, look at that water energy. Pokeball. Star with Cerulege, I really, really like that. And another Master Ball, nice, good old Latios. All right, just a couple more packs in this box. See if we can pull another double rare, or maybe it's one of those boxes that just has one. Either way, I'm not going to complain, especially with how rare they're supposed to be. Pokeball. Star. Ooh, nice. So right on cue. There's another triple rare. That's insane. Okay. There we go. So 2 triple rares from this box as well. Absolutely insane. So what is that? 4? We're at, what, 7 triple rares now? That's ridiculous. Out of 5 boxes. That's crazy. So every box so far besides the first one has had 2 double rares. That's crazy. And we still have another box. Still got another one. Sealed, ready to go. We are opening that today for sure. All right. Pokeball. Another Captain Pikachu. And... ooh. Oh, man. That would have been sick to go Captain Pikachu into another one. But let's take a look and see which one this is. Nice. Good old Tetsugiri. Stamped. Very, very nice. All right. One more pack to go after this one. Then we're going to show off our triple rares. And then we're going to get into box number 5. This has been really, really fun. I mean, this whole weekend of streams has been amazing. Final Fantasy Friday was awesome with the Opus 29 set. We opened up some Power World TCG yesterday, which was insane. But that was a really, really cool set. And then, yeah, now we're opening up some Gem Pack Volume 5 and just doing absolutely amazing. So, all right. Master Ball. Nice. Here we go. Last pack. Let's see what we got in this one. And then box number 5 shortly behind it. All right. Let's see what we got. So, Fire Energy Reverse. Pokeball Reverse. Let me see, the stream's got a little bit of a delay, so hold on one sec. Yeah, Power World was awesome, Saya. I definitely want to get more of that. I'm glad that they already announced that they're going to reprint a lot more of this base set, because I really like it. Now, I also ordered in, like, the... I mean, it's just a paper one, but I have a playmat coming in, because the only other official playmat was from the first tournament, and I'm not paying $300 for a playmat. But yeah, I have a paper playmat coming, and then it has all the little tokens and the rule book and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It seems interesting enough. I mean, it's not like I have anyone else around here to actually play it with, but it'd be cool to do a stream where I kind of go through and read the rules and maybe set up a deck or something like that. But anyway, let's see what we got in this one here. So, no crazy magic on the end. We have a Master Ball, but let's see which one it is. Nice. Good old Glove World Master Ball. Very nice. All right. Like before, we have 2 more art rares to show off. This is insane, by the way. And again, just to emphasize how crazy it is, 3 stars, triple rare, that's the rarity right there. There's 28 of them in total. 1.81% chance of pulling. We have 7. Kind of crazy. All right, let's see what the first one is here in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Good old Stunfisk. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's more of the mean face one. I wouldn't want to step on this one. All right. And let's see what the next one is in 3, 2, 1. Oh, a dupe. No. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to complain. It's still another triple rare. We got another Fanfy. It's actually the first one that we pulled. So we're starting to see dupes, but hey, you know what? I'm not going to complain. It's still an absolutely beautiful card. Maybe I'll put it in a giveaway pile, you know, for the next milestone, which we've seen some subs come through lately, so I do appreciate it. Keep dropping those subs, keep liking the videos, sharing them, doing all the good things. I do appreciate all the support. We are only 75 subs away from 1,000, which is kind of crazy. But not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so let's see. So this is 16, so that goes here. And then another Fanfy. But yeah, look at that. Absolutely insane. 6 art rares, and then the number 7 is the exclusive art rare that you can only find in Gem Pack Volume 5. All right, and here we go. Last but definitely not least, the last booster box here. Cannot wait to see what we can pull in this one. Oh, Say, I don't know if you're still here or not, but I looked at the set list for the Power World TCG yesterday. Oh my goodness, there are some crazy pals that you can get now. I mean, obviously they have all of them, but like some of the cards look absolutely insane. So yeah, as the prices go down for Power World TCG, I will definitely be buying more of those. All right, here we go. Box number 5. All right, kind of crazy. Last box here. As we open up the last one, that will be 90 packs of Gem Pack Volume 5. Kind of crazy. Oh, for sure, yeah. I definitely want to get some more of the Power World stuff. It looks absolutely insane. Plus, the game is so fun. All right. Pokeball, Fighting Energy, Swirl, and Master Ball to start us off. And then I think I was reading on X yesterday I think Power World is already looking at doing their second set sometime towards the end of this year, which honestly for me, especially with it being a brand new TCG, I think 2 major sets a year would be fine. It really just depends on the following, right? Like if they go 3 a year, okay. I just don't want them to overdo it and do it like Pokemon where it's like they're already advertising 2 sets ahead. You know what I mean? Like that kind of gets a little bit ridiculous. So but again, it is cool to see like all the headache and all the legality behind all the stuff between the Power World devs and Pokemon slash Nintendo slash Game Freak slash everybody and their mother. That they're still coming out on top. They've avoided a lot of the headache, and now they're doing awesome stuff like a TCG. They're talking about doing an MMO. Could you imagine a Power World MMO? That would be insane, especially with all the survival tactics and all the building and all. Just yeah, an MMO would be nuts. All right, Pokeball reverse, Energy reverse, Star, and Master Ball. Nice. Captain Pikachu Master Ball. Very, very nice. I think we have all of the Captain Pikachu cards now, which is good. Would like to see, obviously, another art rare. Maybe be one of the exclusives. All right, let's see what we got. Pokeball. Energy. Got some print lines on this one. It's all right. It's all going in a binder or it's staying in the box either way. Star pattern. And another Master Ball. Naruto has problems with the next 2 years. Has problems with 2 per year, sorry. Their next set comes out in September. Gotcha. Yeah, that could cause problems, but I feel like with how massive Naruto is, it's just like One Piece, right? Like, people are going to understand it. They're going to wait. Another Captain Pikachu, by the way. And I think that one's going to be very, very awesome. It really just comes down... I mean, obviously, collector-wise, right? Like, people are going to collect the hell out of the Naruto stuff, right? Especially with how many different characters there are. But it really comes down to, like, the mechanics, right? Like, how the game plays. And I don't know. Like, I haven't looked into it myself, so I don't know what people are comparing it to. But either way, like, it's got to be a viable product in all aspects, right? It's just stuff people want to collect, right? My worry is with any new TCG coming out or any of the existing, right, is people start getting crazy and then like, oh, there's serialized everything now, or there's, super rare exclusive that you can only find doing this one thing. Like I hope we don't get to that kind of craziness. Especially because, I mean, how many TCGs actually have serialized stuff right now? The only time Pokemon's ever done it was with the Chinese exclusive Mew. And that card now, even ungraded, is like $7,000, which is insane. I know Magic's done it for a long time, you know what I mean? So it's different from the Bandai TCG. Mythos plays a bit. Okay, cool. That's kind of interesting. Gotcha. Yeah, and that's the other thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Another stamp, by the way. I used to play the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG all the time when I was a kid. And then just all the mechanics started getting crazy weird. And as soon as they started adding in like the tuner and the synchro cards and all that stuff, that's when I dropped off. Like if anyone wants a duel, I'll pull out the old school deck. I have the old school rule book. We'll go by that. But yeah, some of those rules and mechanics just got absolutely crazy. Like you could dump like half your deck in the first hand, or you could play every single card in your hand. Ooh! Triple rare. Let me just shut up for a second. We have a triple rare. I'm gonna set that on to the side here. I'm gonna put you right here. Yeah, and again, it's just one of those things where it just got so nuts. Like you could have like a 6 or 7 star card summoned immediately, or you would have like, and I know there's a limit to it. I'm about to be sarcastic, but like you would have like a fusion deck or a side deck that was as big as your main deck. And you just had all this crazy stuff. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good on all that. It was just way too much for me. I like the simpler days. Traps, spells, normal cards. effects. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't anything else overly crazy, but there were still some good strategies even back then. I think it is kind of funny though, and I check in on Yu-Gi-Oh! Every once in a while. I saw someone post that someone went to a tournament recently, I say within the last year or two, and the dude was still trying to use an Exodia deck. Like, that's pretty awesome to see. Like, and again, there's probably some newer mechanics and some newer cards that you can mix in to help with that kind of deck. But to just know that someone's out there trying to pull Exodia in a tournament, that's pretty awesome. All right, Star Reverse. Ooh, nice, another stamp. Let's see which one it is. Nice, Captain Pikachu stamp. I don't think we've pulled that one. Let's look at our stamps real quick. I'm gonna set this right here. Again, we want to get as many unique stamps as possible. Oh, Captain. All right, so we have at least 2, but can't complain. Definitely go out and check out Bandai TCG. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to hear how that goes. That sounds exciting. I forget that you're out. I forgot that you're out there. How much longer are you out there for, by the way, if you don't mind me asking, or if you're allowed to disclose? I know how that works for sure. I've been in almost 18 years. Yeah, October will be 18 years. Kind of crazy. But, yeah. Don't disclose something that you're not allowed to, obviously. All right. Stream is winding down, but we still have some awesome cards to look at. Still have another triple rare to look at. Plus, I got to put all this stuff in the Jumbo XL binder. Nice. And then once I get all that sorted out and organized, getting back to playing some games. All right. Pokeball Reverse. Energy Reverse. Star Pattern Growlithe. And... ooh, nice. Got another stamp. Very nice. Very, very nice. Gladly take the stamps. So it's still looking like stamp is the... well, I mean, not including the triple rares, because obviously those are the most rare. Oh, my bad, Say. I'm confused you with somebody else. My bad, dude. Sorry. No, that makes total sense. Sorry, I was confused you with somebody else. That's funny. Yeah, I've only been in Germany for maybe 10 days at one point. We were coming off deployment, and that was where they do a lot of the like returning warrior workshops and all this stuff that like kind of let people unwind as they're coming back from a deployment. So that was pretty cool. Haven't done that in a few years, so maybe I'll get a chance to cycle back over there at some point. But yeah, it was beautiful. Wish we would have had more time there to kind of experience more of the culture, but it was nice for a little bit of time we were there. All right, Pokeball Reverse, Energy. Got that Houndoom Star Pattern, and Spheal Master Ball. All right, just a few more packs. We're winding down here. I do appreciate everyone that's come through and hung out, checked out the stream. It's been so much fun. Definitely need to get more of this gem pack and some of the other gem packs as well. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, another Master Ball. All right, let's see if we can pull another triple rare. Let's see what we got. Pokeball. Energy. Swirl. Oh, called it. Let's go. There it is, the other triple rare. Very, very nice. So there's another. So we only had one box that had 2. Or I'm sorry, we only had one box that had 1. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 Oh, that's so insane. That's absolutely insane. Out of 5 booster boxes. And just to show you, just for the proof, right? It's not like I have anything else hidden here. It's absolutely ridiculous. And try and get these without dropping stuff all over the table. But yeah, so here are the 5 booster boxes. There you go. You can count it. There's 5 there. That's absolutely insane, though, to pull that many. Oh, yeah. Very excited to see which one it is. Especially if it's one of the exclusive ones to this. That would be nice. I mean, obviously, we pulled the big one, right? We pulled Captain Pikachu, but it would be cool to see one of the other exclusives. Obviously, I'm going to look at the full set list after. I'm going to look at some of the pricing. But, yeah. Very, very excited with how this stream turned out. This is why I like opening up the gem packs. But here we go. Last pack magic here. Let's get something crazy to wind this off with. And then, again, we're going to look at... We're going to look at our last 2 art rares. Or triple rares, rather. And then we'll do a recap. Keep in mind, Final Fantasy Friday is on for this week coming up. We have 2 more booster boxes of the brand new set. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Ooh, ending off with a stamp. That's awesome. I will gladly take that. Let's see which one it is. In 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, cool. Very, very nice. Only a few duplicates with the stamps, but I'm not going to complain. Now here, this is the real... Let's just spread all these out here. So, all of these absolutely beautiful art rares, especially with that Captain Pikachu. We did really, really well. With how many boxes we had, I'd say we got extremely lucky. So, shout out to Jason Nee, who I bought all this stuff from. They always hook me up with all my Japanese and Chinese products and cards. So, I truly appreciate you. Let's see what we're going to end off with here. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Let's go. Another exclusive. That looks sick. Very, very nice. So you got the trainer and the second form there. Very, very nice. So I'm glad we got at least one more other exclusive. Very, very nice. Again, bright and vibrant. Love the colors there. Yeah, the card looks insane. All right, and here we go. Last triple rare. Let's see which one it is. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. And we end off with the Houndoom. That looks so good. You got a couple of the other pack running there. Man, that was awesome. I was hoping we were going to see this one. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Growlithe. I'm going to have to track that one down, buy some more of these boxes, but we at least got 2. So, or I'm sorry, we at least got 2 of the exclusives. So the only other 2 we have to pull are the other 2 second forms. But yeah, that's awesome. Let me sleeve this up. Very, very nice, though. Yeah, and those are the cards that are obviously a bit more expensive, right? The exclusive ones. So I'm going to have to do some research and we'll look at all this stuff. But let's look at all this. And then I'm going to eat a very late lunch and then get back into all this stuff here. Very, very cool, though. All right. So let's look at all of our stamps, right? I'm not going to go through, obviously, the 5 different types. You have Energy, Pokeball, Star, Swirl, then Master Ball. And then all of our stamps, which I think we did really good on. We only started getting a few duplicates at the very end. But even then, I think we did absolutely amazing. So that is a good question. Probably make myself a sandwich or 2. There's some really good leftovers in the fridge still, so maybe I'll dip into that as well. But, yeah. All right, let's see what we got. So, again, 9 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 triple rares out of 5 booster boxes. That's absolutely insane. And we pulled some great ones. We got the double Fanfy here, which, again, I can't complain about. That's an absolutely beautiful card. We got the Houndoom was our final pull. Looks absolutely amazing. I love that artwork there. We got the Vibrava. I think I'm saying that right one. Love that one there. We had the Chimecho, again, with all the other wind chimes and stuff right next to it. Yeah, the Fanfy is awesome. I like that one, especially because it's between the Dawn fans. We got the Stunfisk there. Again, you don't want to step on that thing. We got the Braviary, which is probably one of my favorites out of these. It just has like a very Western, like Native American vibes to it. You know what I mean? So I like that a lot. And then our 2 exclusives, which again, we got 2 of the 4. We got the second form of, oh my goodness, Sprigatito. Sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. And of course, last but definitely not least, we pulled at least one of the big hitter. We got Captain Pikachu there. I'm not gonna show off the jumbo binder right now, but we're gonna look at the original Captain Pikachu and just compare the 2. Oh god, this binder is way too big. I'll do a YouTube short. I'll post on Instagram as well once I get everything into the jumbo binder, just so you guys can get a little bit of an update there. But yeah, this thing is ridiculous. What's up, bud? I'm almost done. I'll be out in a minute. So, yeah. So here's the original Captain Pikachu, which I really, really like. And then here's the brand new one. So, again, big fan of both. I'm not going to complain. These are absolutely sick. But yeah, that's the OG one. And yeah, now I got to organize and sort all this stuff here. But yeah, that was absolutely amazing. That was 90 packs of Gem Pack Volume 5. Again, shout out to Jason Nee, always hooking it up, always giving me some of the best of luck. And it shows. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for me. Let's do some shout outs, and then I need to go eat. Say thanks for coming by. Appreciate you hanging out. Maz, nice to see you. Nugget, thank you as always. Red, good to see you. I'm glad your account's back up and running. I think that was it. Let me just make sure. Don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, that was it. All right, cool. Appreciate everyone coming through. It was another amazing stream. Again, check out the Instagram. Check out Discord. Definitely check us out on Friday. We're going to have another awesome Final Fantasy Friday. And for the next few weeks, I've got enough stuff for a while for Final Fantasy Friday. So, and perfect timing. My voice is starting to go out. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy.